What if the reason many people struggle financially isn't because they don't earn enough? What if it's because of 5 quiet habits that slowly drain their future without them realizing it? Habits that feel normal, comfortable, even harmless, but over time, they quietly push people further away from financial freedom. And the most surprising part? Most people practice these habits every single day. If you stay with me, I'll show you what they are, and why the 5th one is the silent habit that keeps people stuck for years. By the end of this video, you'll begin to see money habits differently. You'll recognize patterns that might be quietly holding you back, and more importantly, how small shifts can change the direction of your life. Not overnight, but steadily, because financial stability rarely comes from one big decision. It comes from everyday habits. And once you become aware of them, you gain something powerful. Choice. Let me ask you something. Have you ever had that moment where you check your bank account and feel a quiet wave of stress? Not panic, just that small voice saying, "I thought I'd be further ahead by now." You work, you pay rent, you buy food, you support family. Life keeps moving, but progress feels slow, sometimes almost invisible. And that feeling creates a lot of confusion, because many people are trying their best, yet something still feels off. The hidden truth is simple. Financial struggle isn't always caused by big mistakes. Sometimes it's caused by small habits repeated for years. Money habits shape financial outcomes, not dramatically, but gradually. A habit repeated daily becomes a lifestyle. A lifestyle repeated for years becomes a financial reality. And once you see the patterns, you can start shifting them. Let's talk about 5 habits that quietly make people poorer over time. Not because they're bad people, but because no one ever pointed these habits out. Welcome to Money with Jerry, a place where you sharpen your edge. Habit 1. Never learning about money. Many people spend years learning how to do their jobs, but almost no time learning how money actually works. Think about it. You might spend hours every day working, yet only minutes thinking about the systems that control your money. Interest, debt, investments, savings. Without understanding these things, people rely on guesswork. And guesswork with money is expensive. When someone avoids learning about money, they stay dependent on whatever information happens to reach them. But when someone becomes curious about money, even just a little, things begin to change. Clarity replaces confusion, and clarity leads to better decisions. Habit 2. Living without clear financial goals. Imagine taking a long road trip without knowing your destination. You'd drive, spend fuel, use time, but eventually you'd wonder where you're actually going. That's how many people handle money. They earn, they spend, they save occasionally, but there's no clear target. Without a financial goal, money simply flows wherever life pulls it. Bills, impulses, unexpected expenses. But when someone sets a clear goal, something powerful happens. Their decisions begin to align with their future. Even small goals can create focus. Without direction, money drifts. With direction, money builds. Habit 3. Avoiding investing completely. For many people, the word investing feels intimidating. It sounds complex, risky, something only wealthy people understand. So they avoid it completely. But here's the quiet reality. When money simply sits still for years, its growth stays limited. Time passes, opportunities pass, potential stays unrealized. Meanwhile, people who invest consistently, even small amounts, begin benefiting from something powerful. Time. Time allows small actions to accumulate. Not dramatically at first, but steadily. The important part isn't starting big. It's starting at all. Habit 4. Staying in the same environment. Human behavior is deeply influenced by environment. The conversations we hear, the attitudes around us, the expectations people carry. If the people around you constantly believe growth is impossible, that belief slowly becomes normal. But when someone spends time around people who talk about improving their lives, learning, building, trying, something changes. Possibility expands. Suddenly ideas appear that never existed before. Growth becomes visible. And when growth becomes visible, it becomes believable. Environment shapes direction more than most people realize. Habit 5. Stopping skill growth. This habit is the quietest of all, and also the most powerful. At some point, many people stop actively improving their skills. Life becomes routine. Work, bills, responsibilities, and learning slowly fades into the background. But skills are what expand opportunity. New skills create new possibilities. Better communication, better problem solving, better creativity, better leadership. Each skill increases the value someone can bring to the world. And value creates opportunity. Opportunity creates income. Income creates stability. When skill growth stops, financial growth often slows as well. Now imagine something with me. Picture yourself a few years from now. You've started reading about money occasionally. You've written clear financial goals. You've begun investing small amounts consistently. You've connected with people who think about growth. You've improved your skills over time. Now imagine opening your bank account, not with anxiety, but with quiet confidence. You understand your direction. You see your progress. You feel calmer about the future. That shift doesn't happen from one dramatic change. It happens from small habits repeated consistently. Here's the deeper insight. Financial growth is not only about money. It's about identity. The moment someone begins seeing themselves as a learner, a builder, a person improving their life step by step, their behavior changes, and behavior shapes outcomes. Wealth often grows quietly around people who practice curiosity, patience, and discipline. Not perfection, just consistent improvement. Some people spend years waiting for the perfect opportunity. Others quietly build better habits. One group hopes things change. The other group gradually creates change. The difference isn't intelligence or luck. It's the willingness to grow a little every day. The question becomes simple. Which direction feels more like you? Let's reflect on the 5 habits. Avoiding learning about money. Living without clear financial goals. Never investing. Staying in environments that discourage growth. And stopping skill development. These habits don't ruin a financial life overnight. They simply slow progress year after year. The good news is this. Habits can change. Direction can change. And improvement can start anytime. Even today. If this conversation made you think differently about money, write the word growth in the comments. Share this video with someone who wants to build a better future. And subscribe if you enjoy calm, thoughtful conversations about money, mindset, and life. Remember something important. You don't need perfect decisions. You only need better habits over time. Because in the long run, progress always beats perfection.